Couple of games to go and a full day of basketball at Renaissance High School. Right now we got Western against Robichaud in game 4 out of 5. Welcome back up to the track where we have been perched all day long. Chad Bush, Evan Stockton alongside you. Glad you've made a little time for us all day. All right, Chad, this is an intriguing matchup. Western and Robichaud came off of good seasons last year. Feels like we're going to learn a lot about these two programs today and where their trajectory may be this season.
It really does. It looks like two teams that are kind of similar. Both have a couple bigs that they can trust and rely upon. And I think scrappy guard play is a part of both these programs. I think the wild card is the shooting, but both these teams have had a fine start to the season. And, Evan, I think, quite frankly, this is a telling game and a turning game for both these teams here in this Holiday Classic.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you look at the roster, specifically the guys who are going to start for both of these teams, there is experience. You got a bunch of seniors, a bunch of juniors. We have seen the whole gamut here today, Chad, of experienced teams, size, youth, the whole deal. A couple of experienced teams. Again, that's the theme of this ball game today. We're going to learn a lot.
I think so, and I think you can look for Charles, one of the guys for Detroit Western, a guy that really likes to score for them, and Walker Jr., a guy for the Bulldogs, Dearborn Heights Robichaud, both a couple players I think we can highlight in this game to look to make an impact early. But the Cowboys are a team that, look, they're kind of under the radar in the PSL in the blue. And so it'll be interesting to see how they posture in this pre-conference season, an important game for them.
Off we go. Western wins the tap in a broadcaster's worst nightmare. White jerseys with white numbers.
Oh, yes.
They look cool, but they don't help us do our job. It's fine. We'll get over it. Robichaud settles into the zone as Jaden Wilson patrols out top. To the middle of the zone. Charles the bounce. Good cut to the basket. Crawford met defense.
Yeah, there's a Crawford in this gym that once played, and he played professionally. This gym loves a Crawford, I can tell you that, partner.
Well, Chad, as we evaluate the defense for Robichaud, which we'll see again in a second, that zone. Two people are uniquely qualified to evaluate a zone because I went to Syracuse and you called games at Eastern Michigan, which had Rob Murphy coaching the team, who is a former Syracuse assistant. So we'll have a chance to talk about Robichaud's zone in a sec. But for now, they are on offense. Johnson the bounce. Damari Patrick gets it down low to Jovan Walker. Patrick throwing it baseline for the first bucket of the game for Carl Davis.
Yeah, Robichaud started out hot. 3-0 on the year, knocked off Redford, Crestwood, Pontiac, but they've fallen back-to-back to Romulus and Redford Union, so they're looking to get back off the schneid. Good start here.
And reaching in, that is a foul on Crawford for the Western Cowboys.
Meanwhile, Western kind of started off the opposite, Evan. They lost 3 straight. Bloomfield Hills, who we saw, that's no shame. Belleville, not a bad loss, just by 1 point, and then to West Bloomfield by 5. But a couple wins by the PSL's Pershing. They also knocked off East Lansing, up in East Lansing by 7, before losing to Edison last by 3. So not bad competition early on.
Yeah, again, that goes back to the theme of we're going to learn a lot about these two teams. Robichaud had Johnson trapped along the sideline, and I got to call a timeout. Jermaine Carter, the head coach for Robichaud, in the black and red that looks a lot like the Louisville Cardinals, but these are Bulldogs, not Cardinals.
Yeah, Robichaud, a fine tradition as well in their history. As you get a look here, you remember Tyrone Lee, part of things, an 09 grad, a guy that went on to play at Grand Valley, did big things, all defensive team, but Jermaine Carter, as you mentioned, the bench boss, Division II now. It's a competitive Division II, and Robichaud's going to have something to say.
That they are. Last year, made the playoffs, lost to Detroit Edison, had their first winning season in 4 seasons. Early start in this ball game. Bulldogs have the first basket. Here's Walker. Trying to spin away from the pressure. He did. In between the trees. Going to the line.
I like this activity. I mean, this is a nice ISO move right through the lane. Attacking, aggressive. His length is there. And the crafty, creative finish that didn't fall, but statement made. This kid's a driver.
That he is. The junior Walker First free throw coming. In this game, Chad, who do you think it's more important to get off to a good start, Western or Robichaud?
Western. It's PSL. It's their tournament. They need to make a statement. They want to win. They want to do proud in front of the PSL. And I think it's also important because they're coming off a loss to Edison. And look, this program won 16 games last year, went 6-0 in league play. So they expect to do big things.
Bounce. Around the rim they go. Rebound down low. And the putback good for Charles.
I like Charles. I think he's their best player and a big that's really nice. A good piece for this program.
Sometimes it's tough to rebound out of a zone. Robichaud couldn't rebound there. On the offensive end, they get a foul on the Western Cowboys. It's on Jaden Wilson. Already 3 personals on Western.
Yep. Western lost in the MHSA tournament last year to end their season to Cass Tech. It's a tough district to get out of in Division I.
Right back to the line goes Walker, Chad, as he's off on the free throw.
I'm sorry, partner.
Oh, good.
I can smell pizza. I get nervous when I smell pizza, and I smell it's here. And we're losing our number 4 camera due to pizza. It looks good. I approve, sir. Thank you. What is this, wine? Let's just go. Let's eat.
Walker, the kick to Patrick. In and out on the 3. Western Cowboys numbers other end. Crawford got blocked.
Man, I love the athletes in this game. It's just a fun game to watch so far. No free throws, just activity.
Letting the boys play there, and Demore Patrick sent it away. Wilson, no. Rebound to Johnson. Numbers for Robichaud. Shot fake and 2 for Patrick.
I like that move, an aggressive one, little ball fake. Patrick with a fine move.
Here's Charles. Spun and had it tapped out of bounds by Johnson.
He's got maybe an inch or so, maybe 2 on Johnson, but I tell you what, Johnson's got some leverage to him. Looks like he could be a pulling guard.
Great fake, and Charles for 2.
Was that pretty or what? Beautiful ball fake.
Now Robichaud breaks that Western pressure. Double dribble for Davis.
Robichaud from the Western Wayne Athletic Conference. Team that went 18-5 last year, 13-3 in their league, playing out of Division II.
Right now they're pressuring the Cowboys who break it.
It's what they do.
Good ball movement. Wilson inside that zone. Crawford open jumper. Rebound is off of the Cowboys and Wilson. That's a tough break in the corner.
It's an outstanding athletic play too by Clay. I like the set, though, there for Western. I like what they got done and accomplished. There's an active hand.
Very active hand leads to a tip. Charles, what a play. How about the big controlling the ball like that?
We've seen a couple bigs that can handle the rock and also score in the block, and I tell you what, it's been fun to watch. Look at this.
Now we got a 3-on-1. Robichaud, numbers, and 2 more for Davis.
You don't want Davis in open space. He's a finisher, and he did it there.
Wilson bouncing to Crawford. All the way across the court. Passing, 1 too many. Charles had it picked off. And this is an easy 2 for Walker.
'Tis the season for giving, but sometimes it's just not the right thing to do. And there it wasn't. Too close for comfort.
Robichaud's got bodies all over the place. There is a good find, and Charles has all 8 for Western.
Are you kidding me? What a pass. How did that get through?
You got to find those little cracks in a zone. Cowboys found it there. Charles nearly saved it, but it is out of bounds.
This Charles kid's all over. Give him a scally right now. Tell you what, this is a Division I player.
Man, when you're that big and you can make plays like that, when you're smooth around the rim, yeah, somebody's going to be taking notice.
Yep. Good build. Got a college-ready build already. College-ready build.
Substitutions on both sides. Kugnami is into the game for Detroit Western.
What a name.
Also got Robichaud with new bodies into the game. That was a travel on Malachi Moss, number 4, as he went inside.
Yeah, Western's putting some pressure on him and throwing some different things at him. I like what Jermaine Kilbourne's doing, along with his great staff, Jason Granberry, Fred Saunders down there, along with Perel Dukes.
For the lead. Corner 3 off. No good for Harvey. Robichaud rebound, up the floor they come. That's an errant pass picked off by Harvey. Numbers for the Cowboys. Off the glass, no. And a reach-in foul as Robichaud tried to go back up the court.
Yeah. And Jermaine Kilbourne's like, did you have to call that one? Such an effort play to get the ball and then get whistled for it.
Pretty clean game so far. We do have 4 personal fouls for Western, but 1 on each player who's committed one, so nobody in foul trouble yet.
It has been clean. Our cleanest game thus far in this Holiday Classic, I'd say.
Patrick threw it off of Charles's head.
Yep, that hurts.
This is Jaden Wilson. No. Rebound to Robichaud. Carl Davis. Foul on the floor. And that halts action.
Going for the ball was Ergi Kugnami, 6'5", 180, good size. And Kugnami gave the old Kugnami. Got him to the floor, tried to go for the basketball.
That really does sound like some sort of wrestling move, you know?
Yeah, something that I think Jamie might do to me if I put any more papers in her space.
Into the corner with Walker. 3. Yeah!
Oh, did that look pretty from the near side pocket? Tough looking JJ for Walker Jr.
He kept thinking about it, finally let it go, and Robichaud's got its largest lead early on in the game.
My. Fun first 6 minutes.
Wilson for Crawford. No on the attempted tough finish. Here's Jovan Walker. Yeah, absolutely. And then he lost the ball. Western's got numbers. Kugnami! Hello!
Oh, it's a verb. It's a noun. It's whatever you want it. Kugnami. I love it.
The throwdown with the right hand. That'll get him going.
Love it.
Floater on the other end. Teardrop off. Rebound Charles. Western running again. Wilson. Short. Off Kugnami's head. Robichaud rebound. Walker. Errant bounce pass. Wilson tracks it down. Still can't take a breath. Down low, Charles got fouled. Now we can breathe.
Was that 2 Kugnami hits to the head from the ball?
I think so, yeah.
Man, oh man. Line left, finally. My partner gets to breathe. Just a 3-point lead as you get another look at Kugnami getting hit in the head. But this is a free throw coming up for Saunders Jr.
Couple of substitutions coming back in here. We've got Jaden Wilson out of the game for the Western Cowboys. Maurice Shoemate, number 5, is into the game. Again, I don't want to complain too much, but the white jerseys with the white numbers for a broadcaster is a fate worse than death.
It is.
It's pretty bad.
And clearly, whoever was the decision maker on the unis has never broadcasted a game.
I don't need to bring up bad memories, but for all of us who cover high school sports, remember a few years ago when Belleville wore black jerseys with black numbers in football?
Oh, I do. I do.
And the way they cycled through the bodies on offense, that was tough.
It was a little bit of a matte look, but I mean, you could barely tell the difference. Yeah, I feel you on that. Timeout on the floor here, and a tight one, Evan. Our best game thus far, I think.
Yeah.
So we get a look at the Detroit Western Cowboys, coached by Jermaine Kilborn. State title in 2015. Of course, everybody remembers Josh McFauley, 2015 grad, part of that team. Coach McDowell led him to that title, former Eastern Michigan assistant coach. And Josh McFauley went on to UAD, doing great things for them, playing overseas now.
Robichaud inbounds in a tight ball game early. Good bounce pass to Patrick. And that bounce pass, try to hit Davis in the corner. Bad one, rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, the defensive pressure both ways has been suffocating at times. Both teams picking and choosing when to do a little bit of trappage.
Ron Thompson into the game for the Cowboys. He's got the ball right now. He nearly turned it over. Now he'll pull the trigger. Miss it. Long rebound tracked down by Saunders Jr. Down low. Lefty leader, no. Follow, no, but a foul. Maurice Shoemate's going to the line.
Yeah, the problem here comes when they gamble. You can't gamble in a 3-2 zone. If you gamble and miss in a 3-2 zone like they do here, you're going to get burned and you're in scramble mode. And it equates here after the miss to an odd rush, second chance. Yeah, and it all starts with gambling at the top side of a 3-2 zone. Can't do it and miss.
Shoemate off on that first free throw. One more coming for the junior. Another lefty shooter at the free throw line.
Another kid with length at 6'6". They got 6'5" Kugnami. They got 6'7" Saunders, 6'6" Harvey, 6'5" Charles. I mean, it's good size.
Right now, that size and that pressure for the Western Cowboys has just got Robichaud all out of sorts as they try to break it.
Yeah, it's flip-flopped. Robichaud, led by 5 early? I mean, they had momentum. It's flipped. Western's made a move. It looks like they're going to take a lead into the second.
10 on the ticker. Cowboys got to go. Crawford inside. Turnaround jumper, no. Rebound tapped out of bounds as the quarter comes to a close. But a good first 8 minutes of basketball here at Renaissance High. Our penultimate game of the day. Game 4 out of 5, and Robichaud leads Western by just 2. On to the second quarter up next.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Jermaine Kilborn, the head coach for Detroit Western, in the middle of his 3rd year. Right now he's seeing his Cowboys compete with Robichaud. It is a 2-point game. Robichaud leading Detroit Western. Chad, what'd you make out of that first quarter?
I'll tell you what, I like the way Detroit Western plays the game. They run an efficient offense. They share the ball. They're thoughtful. And on defense, they're long and lengthy. But I question if this Dearborn Heights Robichaud team and their guard play can cause havoc. But they got to get in the gaps, and they got to beat the size of Western with strength, with speed. So we'll see. It's interesting. Chess match, different styles.
Okay, so we just got a foul on one. Thompson for Western. That is the 16th foul on the Cowboys. One a pop so far. Courtney Webster, number 10, is in the game for them first time. Just checked in.
Here's the blitz by Western.
Broken by Robichaud, and the floater is home for Clay.
There it is. We just talked about it. The size, the blitz, they double team. to harass, and they beat it with speed.
Now they got to attack that zone. Tried to get it in the middle. It was off of Shoemate. Numbers, Robichaud. 2 more for Darren Clay.
That's a mature play by Clay. Patient, mature, ball fake. I love it. Old school. A lot of guys will just rush it and get it blocked.
Largest lead of the game for Robichaud. Inside zone. Ball batted around and found. Saunders, no. Robichaud battling for the rebound, and it squirts free to Johnson. Long pass ahead. Walker catches and dribbles out.
It's a nice catch.
Now back inside. Davis, no. Western the other way. Pass too hot for Saunders. Crawford threw it right between his hands.
Here's your hockey line change for Broncos exit. But you got to finish the other way. If you're Robichaud, you get that close of a bunny, you have to finish. I know size is the strength of Western, but you got to do that in these games right now.
Yeah, the guys coming back in, a bunch of starters for Western. Jermaine Carter, the coach for Robichaud, likes what he's seeing, but he knows the cavalry's back in for the Cowboys. Thompson, the only guy who stayed on the floor, he just tipped it out of bounds.
Active hands. We've called it all night. Biggest lead of the night.
Inbound, Davis comes to catch it. Johnson got to start getting up the floor, and they get it in the hands of Moss. Nearly stolen by Kugnami. It is still Robichaud basketball in the front court.
Yeah, they've got this trap down, causing havoc. Robichaud gets to the front court, though. Fresh bodies, too. It takes a lot of bodies to press like this, Evan.
Yes, it does.
To press the effective way they want to.
There's the double. Robichaud finds space with Johnson. Man, this defense is all over the place right now.
Yeah. 1-3-1.
Davis fouled by Harvey. That is the second on 14 and White.
Yeah, they've got some fouls to give here. Oh, excuse me, they do not. I look up the wrong side. It's 1-1 the rest of the way. They have a lot of bodies to give, but they don't have any fouls to give. It'll be shots the rest of the second quarter.
Carl Davis misses the first. Saunders back in. Harvey out with those 2 fouls. Robichaud making a late substitution here as well. Demore Patrick is back in as Walker leaves.
A little bit of size for size. Limited size for Robichaud, but important size that they keep their big guys fresh.
Off on both free throws. And Western catches a break.
Yep. Got to take advantage now if you're the Cowboys against this zone. Have they figured it out, Evan?
Trying to here. Got it inside to Charles. Held ball. Arrow keeps it on this end with Western.
They trap that short corner in the zone, and it's tough. I mean, even with size like Western. Hard to see.
Charles with space. He got blocked to the rim by Davis.
Wow. Little size differential there, too.
And Robichaud just threw it away after really good defense. A sloppy offensive possession.
Yeah, and you see the head coach for Robichaud a little upset. I mean, the decision for the big guy who doesn't usually handle the rock to throw it to that player not ready.
Inside Saunders. Charles, baseline slam.
Beautiful basketball. And it all came with that Saunders dish. How about it?
4-point game again. And Robichaud nearly threw it away. Now they do. Wilson's got it. Charles. Yes! Counted in the foul.
Charles is in charge right now, 4 straight, and looking for his team to make a run and take a lead in this game with 5 left. Athleticism.
Yeah. One of those guys where springs are just coming out of their shoes. It's like the old Jordan commercial. It's got to be the shoes, right?
Yeah, and he's a big body Benz.
Look at him get his miss. Charles is all over the place. We're tied.
Somebody stop this man. Now they have.
Robichaud wants a timeout. We'll take one too. John Charles has scored 15 of Western's 17 points. It's a tie ball game.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Right now, the offense excellent for Detroit Western because of one man, the junior, John Charles. Western scored 17 points in the ball game. He has 15 of them. And right now, the Cowboys are in the thick of the fight. This is a tie ball game of the Robichaud Bulldogs, Chad, because Detroit Western's found an answer. Get it to 23 and get the heck out of the way.
Yeah, we're tied at 17. What a fun game. And get it to 23. Charles is in charge of this game. He's gone on a run himself and a man-child. Fun to watch.
So now Robichaud, after Western goes on this little 6-0 spurt, has got to find an answer here. Patrick all the way, and he got fouled by Charles.
Yep, Charles' first foul, so that's good news for Western. Nobody really in foul trouble either way. Get a look here. Pretty good wall up, just got a little reachy. Free throw with the clock stopped, trying to break this tie game.
First one off for Demore Patrick.
Robichaud lost to Edison in their tournament a year ago. Of course, they play out of Division II and in the Western Wayne Athletic Conference.
No good. Struggling on the free throws. Robichaud missed them both. Wilson for the lead. Charles. Whistle and a foul. That is his second in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, and over the back, it's hard not to, and they need him, but man, Charles is important to this team. I mean, this guy has been very efficient. Just one miss from the floor today. And free throws coming now.
Can you afford to take him out? I guess there's the answer. They're going to have to take Charles out. If you're the coach, do you take him out with the way he's playing?
I think you can, just because they have size behind him. They got a few guys that have a little bit of size, but certainly not the skill offensively. I agree. But, yeah, you got to protect him maybe a little bit. Tough call.
And they're getting bailed out by Robichaud right now. They are 2 of 9 from the free throw line.
Goodness.
Wilson, drive and kick. He threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing the right spacing. You can tell they're ready for this 3-2 zone, but just a few passes that have been a little too hot or a little too low. But I think Western's starting to figure the zone out a bit, despite not scoring the last couple minutes.
Well, they figured it out by getting it to Charles in the middle of that zone, and
True.
Now he sits for at least a good chunk remaining to this first half, if not the entire remainder of it.
That's fair.
Bounce pass to the baseline, intercepted. Wilson on the run. He double dribbled.
Interesting. Kind of reminds me of DJ Wilson with that hair.
Yeah.
But I like Wilson's game, and they're going to come back with more size. And Shoemate, the 11th grader, 6'6".
Jermaine Carter directing the situation right now for Robichaud. It's been a while since they've scored. That shot got blocked. Saunders said no.
6'7", got extension. This guy's great athlete, well-timed.
Walker looking for an outlet. He found Davis and kicked it out to Johnson. Johnson down the right alley. A lot of contact, no whistle. Numbers for Western. Finish and the lead. It's Kugnami.
Kugnami. And we've seen him be very active in this game. And the lead now in the way of Western.
An 8-0 run. Robichaud has not scored in what feels like an eternity. Corner three. Walker blocked again by Saunders.
Man. Third block of the game, I believe. Western's just turned the momentum, and they just keep running bigs off the bench.
Courtney Webster in.
Guess Webster more of a guard than a big, but
yeah. Still, though, good size, 6'1" junior.
Yep.
Robichaud saves the possession. Looking for an outlet. Johnson inside, and it's found by Western. Long pass ahead. Thompson, 2.
I'll tell you what, the outlet passes by Saunders have been crisp. I mean, they've been really good. This kid's got an eye for an outlet pass.
10-0 run for Western. Davis, a lot of fancy moves. Patrick, that floater's home.
He's felt comfortable in that mid-post with that float shot. He's looked crisp. He's a nice player. Patrick, the senior.
Big bucket to stop the bleeding. Bouncing off of bodies, got it to go. +1 for Shoemate.
Shoemate balanced in that paint, played through contact, offensive rebound, activity, good hands too. Catch in traffic in the finish.
Answer for the Cowboys and potential for one more coming. They will bring Harvey, 14, back onto the floor, one of their starters. He's got 2 fouls, too. You're going to bring a guy back on with 2 fouls. Maybe you just roll the dice with Charles and those 15 points. Robichaud into the front court. Petway back onto the floor. Western defense swarming again. Robichaud finding a little space. Patrick rising. Missed the shot. Rebound. Second shot coming. Got tipped along the baseline. Western basketball. And they throw it to nobody. Intercepted by Robichaud. That got blocked again by Saunders.
Man.
Western back up the floor. Finish. Offensive foul. Wave it off.
Yeah.
Great job by Clay taking the contact.
Yeah, and it's the right call, Evan. But what a sequence by Western defensively. And offensively here. Right call, you think?
Again, we were diagnosing and dissecting block charge last game.
Oh, yeah.
For me, block charge is like one of those eternal mysteries in life. Is the Mona Lisa smiling or not? Why is she smiling? Block charge. I am not paid enough. That's why they pay the officials.
Just tell me to stop asking stupid questions, please.
They pay me to say what happened, not explain why. That floater is off. Robichaud saved it. What a play.
Yeah.
Saunders was just standing there, and Davis threw it off of him.
He did. Athletic play. Keeps the possession alive. We get another look here. Good hustle.
Well done.
Yeah, one guy gave up, one guy didn't.
Clay with the ball. The bounce to Walker. Lefty floater in and out. Saunders. Wide open guy. Shoemate. Too many steps.
Yeah. How about all the left-handers in this game? Some silky-looking left-handed shots in this contest.
This is coming from a guy who writes right-handed but shoots left, plays golf left, bats left. Everything looks better left-handed. Just saying.
Yeah, and you can speak truthfully about it.
Robichaud looking for a bucket. Didn't get it from Patrick. Crawford's got the basketball. Corner three on the way. No good. Saunders rebound. He's starting to take over.
He's a problem. I mean, Saunders is just going to the glass. His outlet passes. This is a fun-looking 11th grader, 6'7", 185. Get a little beef on that frame. This is a D1 player, Evan. Get a look here at the miss. Keeps it alive. The strength to rip it away. And I know he has a little bit of a height advantage, but there's some strength shown there too.
Made the first free throw. One more coming.
6-point lead now. This is the largest for Western in this game.
That's Jermaine Kilborn, their coach. I promise you they have the lead. He didn't look like they had the lead. All right, 45 seconds to go in a first half that is totally turned around. Robichaud led 17-11 at one point.
Yep.
Davis nearly traveled. It's out of bounds off him anyway.
Here comes one last rush for Western, who's going to go in with a lead either way. Well, something crazy happens. Something crazy happened last night in the NBA, right? Then Dallas come back from a down 9.
Well, Luka Doncic had a 60-point triple-double.
Wow, well, that happened too. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Man.
Saunders down low. He is starting to feast.
Evan. Everything's going right for him, and he deserves it.
There's a shooter's touch, and then there's rolling around the rim 3 times and dropping it. Johnson. No. Tap. Good. Give it to Davis. Western half-court heave. No. But that is an outstanding close to the half for the Western Cowboys. They were down 17-11, and they went on a 17-4 run to close the half. John Charles with 15 points. Frederick Saunders looking good to close the quarter. And as we hit the halftime break, the Robichaud Bulldogs are going to that locker room with a quizzical look on all their faces. It's all Western Cowboys to close the first half.
Your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all. And from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Welcome back to Detroit Renaissance High School. We're here with the Executive Director of Athletics of the DPSL, Mr. Jay Alexander. Jay, this tournament rolling along strong. Thanks for letting us be a part of it.
Absolutely.
I know it's important, near and dear to your heart, having the PSL Holiday Classic. How's it gone so far?
It's going outstanding. We need to do a better job of getting the crowds out and things of that nature. But it's going great for these kids. The exposure that it's getting, the YouTube views are incredible, over 1,000 every game. So. Well, we're excited. So we're getting exposure somewhere, and that's the goal for having you out here, having the Classic, is so that these student athletes can get looked at.
A lot of schools look at these young student athletes. A lot
Absolutely.
to offer academically, athletically. How important is it pairing those two together in schools like Renaissance and Cass and all the schools we've covered today?
Yeah.
How do they manage doing that all collectively at such a high level?
It's extremely important, right? It's about the student athlete, and it's about doing the preparation before they actually get on the court.
Yeah.
And so what we try to put in place is those items that will strengthen their eligibility and strengthen their academic success so that they don't have to worry about it getting on the court, right? And you can't trust anybody who can't do good in the classroom or who don't put an effort for it to do it good in the classroom before they get out on the field, right? If I'm on the court, I can't, in my opinion, I can't trust you on the court if I can't trust you in the classroom.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about numbers being up, numbers being down all across the state in different areas. What kinds of positive numbers are you seeing trending up in your league?
I'm seeing more teams are having, 12-plus athletes, right? Pre-COVID, we were down to 8 and things of that nature. But every school that so far has had probably almost 15, but I would say at least 12 student athletes. So that's exciting, even on the girls' side. Yeah. In the girls' game today, Renaissance, showed they will. They're a really good, strong team, solid. And the game before that, it was just a great, outstanding game. And Cass game, girls' game was outstanding as well. So seeing those girls have multiple girls on the bench, which tells me that, we're trending in the right direction.
No doubt. Hey, we thank you very much for letting us be a part of this.
Absolutely.
We look forward to more games along the year. And, of course, your conference title, which is coming up in a couple months. Thanks a lot for having us,
Absolutely.
Jay. We appreciate
Thanks for being here, Chad. Appreciate you guys.
All right, there he is, Jay Alexander, the Executive Director of Athletics for the Detroit Public School League. We've got second half basketball coming up right after this. Right now, it's a tight game.
It
is. A
is.
touchdown lead for Detroit Western, who's come back from a 6-point hole. Coming back with a second half right after this.
Second half coming up. Detroit Western closed that half strong. The first half, 17-4 run. So, Chad, as we start the second half, 28-21 lead for the Western Cowboys. What do you think they're talking about as they break that Robichaud huddle right now?
I think Robichaud needs to work their guard play. They need to hit some outside shots, number one, to spread the floor a little bit, continue to spread it, and get offense from that defense. That's how they're going to generate points. And I think it starts with an organized offense, but really their defense needs to get them on the scoreboard.
Off we go to start the second half. Johnson bouncing to an open teammate. Walker fakes and bounces. Davis contested. Follow is good for Walker.
Yeah. I like what I see out of Walker. He's a smooth player, loves to get in that paint, create havoc.
Right back to facing that zone for Robichaud, which gave Western problems initially. Lob! Oh, Saunders couldn't quite catch it. It is going to stay with the Cowboys as it was off of Davis.
That's the weakness in the zone, as you know, is the short corners, the high post, right? And that was the lob play, and that does work against the 3-2 even better than the 2-3 because there's a less guy down there.
Kugnami to inbound. Charles, fake and finish.
Just a smart player, too. Not only athletic, but a heady player.
Back up to a 7-point game and a strip. Crawford for Kugnami. Step through, shots, no, but a foul.
Kugnami just seems like he's playing at his own pace. And whatever he wants to do, he's going to do. But he'll do it when he gets to it. And he'll do it efficiently. I like his game.
Foul was on Johnson, number 23. First free throw on the way for Kugnami. 4 points. 2 of them came on a big-time slam early on in the game. I think that was our first dunk of the day somehow, Chad. We're 4 games into this, and no dunks until then.
You saw like 7 in 2 minutes yesterday, I think. Flint Hamady.
Yeah, that was an athleticism display against King.
I mean, we saw the kid from Pershing have 7 of his own. Was it Curry?
Something like that.
Something like that. I mean, we saw a lot of dunks yesterday.
Kugnami giving it up. Saunders, yeah, tough finish against Patrick.
By the way, one of the dunks we did not see was from Hardy from Renaissance Girls. She's already dunked in a game this year.
It was fun to watch the Renaissance girls play earlier today.
Man, was it ever.
Patrick got fouled.
Patrick's been really active down low. He's been a source of points and a source of energy. And offense, it's been, quite frankly, anemic since the first quarter.
The only good news, honestly, for Robichaud right now is John Charles just picked up his 3rd foul for Detroit Western. He's got to come out of the ball game. Guy who scored 17 points. I wonder when we see him again.
Well, and you were hinting that they should protect him a little bit in the first half. And he was careful, but yeah, an early 3rd quarter foul is as bad as a late 2nd quarter foul. We'll see how their offense adjusts.
Offensive rebound, Walker. Missed that one.
We'll see how their defense adjusts, too, without him.
Wilson found Crawford. Wilson the bounce. Great look. Kugnami was all alone.
Man, just a thoughtful player, this shoemate. Great look.
Largest lead of the game for Western. Turnover again. Robichaud is all out of sorts. Crawford. No. Rebound Clay.
Little guy wins. Leverage.
Johnson, good fake. And he got fouled on the take by Saunders.
Yeah, and if you're Saunders, you'd like him to just do his thing. This isn't a guy that does reverse English off the glasses very well. Let him go up. No need to foul him. But I appreciate the aggressiveness and the rim protector that Mr. Saunders is.
Robichaud's going to come back in this game. They have to be better at the free throw line. They are 3 of 12.
Yeah, and they got to be better from the three-point line. Are they just 1 of 3? Is that right? My goodness. I wasn't questioning our stats. I was just saying that it's amazing to see that. I can't believe they've only taken a few.
Wilson pull up. Got his miss. On the deck. Missed it again. 3rd shot coming. Harvey. Yes.
Harvey with a triple town play. And watch out if Western starts hitting the 3.
Game's starting to get away from Robichaud. Johnson. Yes. That is a blocking foul. Chance for an and 1.
Old-fashioned way. Johnson, a big body. Bullies his way down there. Draws the foul. Shoemate wasn't so committed. And I can't say that I would be either with this young man coming at me.
Sometimes you have to make a business decision.
That's it.
Johnson completes the 3-point play. Wilson for Kugnami. Tough take. Got it to go. +1.
Kid can rim run. He can hit a set shot from 10 feet. I like his game. He can dish it. Great find and finish.
Ergi Kugnami did not start this game. If he hits this free throw, he's got 10 points.
Yeah, impressive. I mean, you got a guy like this coming off your bench with size and skill. It's scary. I mean, Western could be a good team. They did lose their opener to Brother Rice by 31. But that's not who they are. They're more the team that beat Pershing by 40 a couple weeks ago.
I got a feeling playing Brother Rice is going to make a lot of teams look like the way they usually don't look like this year.
You're not lying. They made Grand Blanc, who's some #1 team or two in the state, lose by, 15 last night. We saw the end of that. So, yeah, to your point, no doubt.
To the corner, Patrick. No good. Rebound is off of Robichaud. They can't believe it. Nope, now they changed the call. Yeah, it looked like it went off Shoemate down low.
Yeah, you got it right.
Sometimes when you complain, it actually ends up working out in your favor.
Do you have your New Year's Eve outfit picked out?
My New Year's Eve outfit?
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going out on New Year's Eve.
Come on.
I happen to think New Year's Eve is the most overrated holiday of all time.
I know. I privately hate it.
I'm not a big fan of it.
I'm not either, but I think you should have an outfit picked out.
Great pass, Kugnami again!
You've been Kugnami'd. And there's some serious vibes going. This kid is something. Somebody get on that Kugnami train because he is coming. This kid's going to get some smoke behind him, Evan.
The raw athleticism for Ergi Kugnami has been on full display. A couple of right-handed hammers tonight.
Man, here you get a look. Ahead, thunder, and running the break, too. I mean, that's a big body running, sprinting that left sideline, and scoring and soaring.
Bad inbounds pass. And it is all rolling Western's way right now.
Yeah, but a worse catch. That's a one-handed attempt to catch the basketball. Get two hands out there, catch the ball, and it's completed.
Cowboys trying to get over half court. They get it to Kugnami. 3 on the way. Harvey got it.
Almost hit the rafters, but it went down. Good-looking lefty 3 again.
This was a 17-11 game in favor of Robichaud at one point. That's a great pass from Johnson, finding Petway for 2.
That was sick. But, yeah, to your point, I mean, this game has really changed its complexity.
Kugnami is taken over. Poor Malachi Moss was in the middle of a freight train.
Kid's athletic, adjusts in air, finishes. Fun to follow.
$15 points for number 4.
Charles still on that bench. You asked how they would do with Charles on the bench. They went on a run partner.
Yes,
we didn't see that coming.
Yeah, they have had a great one. A whistle and a foul down low. If they get Harvey 14, that's his 4th. They got Thompson, number 1, instead.
Free throws coming. Or no, ball out of bounds. Baseline left, no shots coming.
Jermaine Carter's asking, wait a minute, was it going on?
Right.
Shouldn't that be a foul? Bounce inside. Couple of ball fakes for Davis. Now they go around the rim. Moss missed the 3. Thompson pass intercepted. Now it's stripped by Kugnami. Guess who? Look at that pass and a finish for Shoemates.
Stop it. Get him a Scully. Man.
He's going to be clipping up these highlights and sending them places. Johnson alone. No. Rebound right back to Kunami. Thompson caught a pass that was not intended for him. That was intended for Harvey.
Does that count as a steal?
I don't think so. Maybe they should just, put one in there. Why the heck not, I guess?
Jam might give him a steal. Pat the Stat wants to give him one.
Shoemate. This is a 20-point game.
I mean, who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk this run? As soon as the exit of Charles happened, it was a Kunami and Shoemate show that just brewed before us.
Dating back to the first half, this is a 40-14 run for Detroit Western. So we take a timeout. These Cowboys are just soaring all over the place. It's coming from all angles.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Here's your top 10 in Metro Detroit. We've been talking about those Brother Rice Warriors a lot. UAD at 2, De La Salle at 3, North Farmington at 5. Saw Cass Tech win last night at 6. St. Mary's at 8, Hamtramck at 10. A lot of talent in this state, Chad, particularly in that Catholic League. You got 1, 2, and 3, all in the same league in the Metro Detroit top 10.
Yeah, 4 out of the top 10, and if you wanted to extend it to the top 15, we'd probably have Catholic Central there, all 5 teams. Last year we did have all 5 in our top 10 at some point. And I got a feeling this year we may have all 5 in that top 10 at some point too.
Yeah, I mean, that league last year was a road grader, kind of like what the PSL is here in Detroit. Detroit Western getting ready for play in the PSL, and tonight they are looking good.
They are.
Another steal. They passed it out to Shoemate. He was thinking about taking the 3, and while he was doing it, he traveled.
That's exactly right, and he should have taken that 3 because he was going to make it. Because everything he's thrown up, he's gone down.
John Charles, at one point, had 15 of the 17 points for Detroit Western. Then Kunami has exploded in the second half. He's got 15 in the game now. Shoemate was 7, Saunders 6, Harvey 6. At one point, it was the John Charles show. Now it's a bit of everybody's show tonight for the Cowboys.
If there's a better forward team in the PSL, I want to see them. If there's a better trio of forwards out there, I want to see them. I don't think there is one. These are the best 3 forwards collectively in the PSL. I will make that statement right now. Charles, Saunders, Kunami, Shoemate. Well, any one of those. We'll say Kunami and Shoemate. Those 3. What a front court.
Now they're breaking another press. Kunami rising and hitting off the square.
I mean, just stop it already. Kid just putting on a clinic. He's on tilt.
17 points.
Fun to watch. Good for him.
Patrick on a nice take scores.
And if Charles doesn't go down, maybe this opportunity doesn't arise. Maybe this showcase doesn't happen.
Kunami blocking foul on Davis.
How about the Western cheerleaders, partner?
Yeah. You get a look at him. Left side of the basket as we see it. There they are. Had the Cass Tech cheerleaders in the house last night.
That's a good unit.
Thompson for 3. Kunami, of course. Another rebound. Harvey again.
Man, oh man. Everything's working tonight for Western. It's their night. And Jermaine Kilbourne's been working for this moment for a while.
On the other end, Robichaud wanted an answer, didn't get it. 3 is off. Western running again. Shumate, short.
Shocking.
But Kugnami with the steal.
Not shocking.
And the travel on Thompson.
No basket traveling. The last basket made was a 2-point shot.
They called that last shot a 2-pointer for Harvey, by the way. Tough break. Take a point off the board.
I don't know if E-Dub saw it that way, but we'll count it the same.
I believe they initially ruled 3, and then they changed it to 2.
All right. Officials have been really good.
Yeah, they have.
Almost as good as this cheese bread.
Robichaud going to try another 3. It's off again. Walker rebound. Double team, so someone had to be open. Clay missed it. Kugnami got stripped. Johnson took it right out of his grill, but then it got stripped on the other end by Kugnami.
Yep.
Thompson fouled.
What a sequence. Good to see Thompson get in there, get some minutes. This is a kid that has not played a lot. Ronye Thompson, the 10th grader. 6-foot guard, getting some minutes. But it's a big team. Look, the question mark comes in their backcourt. Do they have enough ball security in the backcourt? Do they have enough ability to make shots? I mean, those are the questions. But the front court for Western is solved. I mean, there are no questions. They got guys that can step out. They got stretch fours. They got power fours. They got power fives. Impressive.
Again, this was a 17-11 Robichaud lead at one point.
It's hard to imagine, too.
An absolute avalanche from Western. It's hard to imagine with the way that they have just totally turned the tide of this game. If you just flipped it on for the last 5 minutes or so, you would have thought this is how the game looked the entire way. No, that is not the case.
Controlled basketball, just a fun thing to watch. They solved that zone, too, you know, and that was the key thing in question you threw out. Will they solve it? They did.
Johnson, tough finish. He hit the deck as he made that jumper.
He's a nice-looking player, tough kid, big kid, got a lot of spirit. Running out of gas right now, but he's made his mark. He's a guy you can trust off that bench.
Still time in the ticker for the Western Cowboys. Thompson driving right, and he got a foul call. It's on Clay.
Thompson's a guy that's going to get you in the right sets, backup point guard. This is a guy that becomes valuable as the year goes on, and his decision-making is going to probably tell you how far Western's going to go. It's that backup guy. It's the backup depth that gets you to the title town.
I mean, that's why so many people think Brother Rice is the top team in Michigan. Their depth is ridiculous, the amount of guys they can roll out there.
It is. They go 4 deep, legit on the bench, and they've got, Garrity who's out. Bowman, who transferred out last year. They got guys. And the development of Warren Marshall has been the biggest of developments.
That'll end the third. A third quarter that saw Western balloon the lead. This is a 22-point game as we go to the fourth quarter. Detroit Western rising up for the PSL at Detroit Renaissance tonight. It has been a full day of basketball here at Detroit Renaissance. We started just before 1 o'clock. Mumford beat Harper Woods. Then Hamtramck lost to Renaissance. Roseville beat Southeastern. Right now Western is in front on Robichaud by 22 as we go to the fourth. E-Course and Renaissance coming in about 30-40 minutes to wrap up the day. But for now, we start the fourth. And, Chad, we get to watch these Western Cowboys work a little bit more.
They're fun to watch work. And they've got some depth, and we're going to get into it. And we'll see. Hey, look, Robichaud's not going away. I know it sounds crazy. We saw a game, last game? What was the margin? 30 points?
It was a 30-point lead for Southeastern. Was down by 30 points in that fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden things got interesting. Southeastern ended up losing that game by 10, but not for a lack of effort down the stretch.
No. And so that can happen here. And I know it's a 22-point game, but there's enough talent both ways to make a run. And I believe this Robichaud team's a very good team. I think they're going to do some great things in their league. They've already had some nice wins this year. They have a precedence they set last year when they won 18 games. It was a top 50 team last year in Division II. And so I think they have a run left in them. I really do. I think this game is not over. But Western has proven their point. They're one of the best teams in the PSL. They're going to be a handful.
Whip down low. Shot off. Still crashing the glass. And we got a foul as Webster got the ball.
Yeah, new guy off the bench. Energy, another energy guy. Finds a crack, finds the leather, gets to the line.
The foul is number 23.
Got the foul on Sam Vion Johnson. That is his fourth. And give credit as well to Western. When they've gone to the free throw line, they've done an all right job when they get to the free throw line.
Yes, they have. They have, and that counts too. And I know in this kind of a margin it doesn't necessarily matter, but these are times when you have to hit your free throws. And they have been better today than they have most of the year, no doubt.
1 and 2 at the line for Courtney Webster, the junior. They'll keep Johnson on the floor with 4 fouls, Robichaud will.
Have to at this point.
Can't crack this Western defense yet on this possession.
Kind of doing a matchup zone, it looks like.
Clay missed it. Rebounds found by the Cowboys, and then they threw it away. Bulldogs looking for a bucket, and they'll get a chance to go to the line with Davis.
I like Davis, his attack. He really likes to run that baseline, work the short corners, composes himself, and gets a shot up.
Carl Davis has 6 points in the game, but Robichaud's problem has been they have just been missing in action, it feels like. At one point, oh my goodness, I thought that was going to go in. They were up 17-11 at one point in the first half, but Jermaine Carter's club has just seen this ball game totally flip, and impressively so for Detroit Western. John Charles left the game early in the third quarter. He hasn't come back since, and at this rate, he may not need to come back.
No. I don't think he does, and I don't think he will. No need to risk injury at this point. Other guys are playing well. You got a comfortable lead. But look, this program has set new expectations. They had a winning season last year at Robichaud. First winning season in 4 years. And look, that's something that they really want to build upon.
Got taken away at the rim. Athleticism on display. Whistle and a foul as Shoemate took it away and got all the way to the rim.
Oh, the strip and the rip. Tried to go the distance. Nearly got it. Holding that back. I feel you, brother. I got a bad back, too. Oh, man. Nobody got me a massage for Christmas, and I'll tell you what, I could use one. And that's going to happen at some point. It's been a rough couple days working on the back, hawking tables up and down. I can't imagine Alex Westfall's back. He's been carrying this team for like 2 years. I know you're sore too. You worked 6 games yesterday.
Yeah.
You're actually working more games than anybody.
Is that true?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You can get a couple pieces of pizza.
Wow, thank you. I've already had a couple of pieces of pizza.
Have a couple more. We'll get you something with some malted beverages at some point.
Tyree Acuff is into the game for Detroit Western. He found Ronye Thompson. Shoemate falling away, a little short. Out of bounds, Robichaud ball.
For Robichaud now, you'd like to see him try to get something open on the outside. If they can stick a three, they'll take it. A lot of catching up to do, but they're not set up for the three ball. So you got to be selective.
2-point jumper, Patrick hits it.
That's just his area. He loves that 12 to 15-foot mid-range jumper. He's hit a few of those tonight. Good-looking player.
Now trying to turn defense into offense. On the other end, Western follows up the miss, and it's good for 2.
Is that Acuff? I think it was. Padding his stats.
Got blocked on the other end. Webster with the block.
He doesn't play 6'1", does he?
No, he does not.
Man.
When you got long arms like that, you look a lot taller than you are. Thompson down the right alley. Rebound? No. Out of bounds. Stain on this end.
I like Is it Thompson? Yeah, I like Thompson's game. He's just a sophomore too. What a young team. Is it 2 seniors? It is. Wilson and Kugnami. It's a young team.
Just over 5 minutes remaining. Western is going to bring a bunch of the starters back into the game.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
I think the thought probably is, hey, they haven't played a lot. I got to get them minutes. I know the game is essentially over, but I still got to get guys minutes.
That's true.
Saunders spinning, missing, rebound, Shoemate, 2.
Wow. Picked up where they left off. I mean, they didn't cool off a bit. Charles back in there, too.
Quick trigger 3. Robichaud gets one with Walker.
And they got pieces, don't they?
And they do.
Walker's one. Really liked today. Patrick, another one. Seen good things from Davis and Clay. Johnson. It's a good club.
Crawford stopped his dribble. Needs help. And he got bailed out. Shoemate found the ball, and he was fouled.
You can tell when a team likes guys like their teammates. Guys like their teammate. You can tell Western, they've got good rapport. They like each other. They hang out each other. I would venture to guess Western's got a really good vibe when they leave the court. I mean, you just tell. They're together. They're connected.
Well, when you look at the teams that they've lost to this year, they lost to Edison by 3. They lost to West Bloomfield by 5. They lost to Belleville, who made the semis last year, by 1.
Right.
And they lost to Brother Rice. So, yes, they have 4 losses, but it's not exactly like they're losing to inferior opponents here, you know?
No, and Jermaine Kilbourne's gone out and played some people. And I like his schedule. He's balanced pretty well. And he's played some tough teams, you're right. Tougher times are ahead. But, yeah, I mean, he's got some good games in. Their next test will probably come against Henry Ford on the 6th. And then they'll take on Southeastern, and the big test comes against Cass Tech at the end of the month.
Robichaud throws it away. That's not what the coaching staff is going to want to see down the stretch, no matter what the score is.
No, you got to do what you do right. Take care of the basketball. It hasn't been done tonight so well. 13 turnovers isn't a bad number, but yeah.
Crawford looking around, looking for a little help. Charles set the screen. They got it to him, and he has 2 more points.
Crawford with a smooth look. A lot of depth.
Robichaud looking for a late highlight. Wave it off. Clay traveled.
The thought was there. It's the thought that counts, and that's what they told me during holiday season. You gave a bad gift, but it's the thought that counts, Chad. Okay, I can accept that.
If we all had $1 for how many times we've seen, it's the thought that counts. If I had $1 for every time, I have enough dollars to buy an actual nice gift,
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Did you get anything golf-related for Christmas?
I did. I got a rangefinder, actually.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Going to have to use it.
Yep.
I was told that they almost didn't get it for me because, quote, Evan isn't a rangefinder guy. Well, maybe I will be now that you got me one. Thanks. Crawford, no. Charles almost had the rebound, but the Bulldogs have got it. Corner 3 coming. Clay missed it. Charles the rebound.
Yeah, I'm not a big gadget guy either. Let's just play the game. I don't need to bring a stogie. I don't need to bring a stand for the stogie. Let's just play golf. I don't need a finder. I don't need gloves. I don't need all these things. The covers for every club.
No gloves?
Nothing. No.
Really?
No. Get me on the
Wow.
course, man.
All right.
No pine tar.
Oh, it's blocked. Crawford stuffed it. Wilson pass. That got swatted back to him.
And I'm not judging you if you use gloves, by the way.
I mean, do you not get blisters?
No.
Really?
No.
Good for you.
Few rounds early, yes.
Saunders with 2. So you got to build up the calluses is what you're saying.
I guess.
All right.
Just not a glove guy. That's not a, macho thing. I just don't like the feel.
Walker missed it. Detroit Western playing out the string here. This is ballooned to a 30-point lead. Saunders, no.
I like his takeability, though.
Walker, step through. Oh, he finished it.
That was fun. That was a cute move. I like that. Really good move. Finesse English off the window.
That is way too easy for Harvey. So he's got 10. Harvey, Charles, Kugnami, Shoemate. 4 different Western Cowboys with at least 10 points. And that is a big reason why they are closing out a big-time dub.
Hard to get 4 guys in double figures in high school. What was that?
Walker got fouled shooting that 3.
Was that a foul or was that? I mean, he got knocked into the first row.
Hey, if you're going to foul him, I guess.
I guess. Won't see him for a while. These 2 teams won't match up again. Division 2 and Division 1.
How about this finish from Walker?
Special. Left hand reverse. Little spin. Little Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, a little English. Oh, okay. You said Queen. I'm like, what in the world? It's been a while since she passed away.
It's late. I'm trying. Oh, man.
Walker trying to hit 3 free throws after getting hacked while shooting it. And we will get a hockey line change.
Yes, sir. Hockey coming up soon on the Prep. We'll have it next week. If Alex Westfall is still with us, hopefully. Alex, we've drained him the last couple days. But no, we look forward to that. You and Ben Holden will be on the call.
Where will we be?
I don't know, but you'll be on the call.
Great.
Orchard Lake St. Mary's is where you'll be.
Wonderful. Corner 3, no. I love finding out my schedule on live broadcasts. Amazing.
This was discussed in your contract.
Oh, yeah?
Your agent reached out. I don't know.
So good.
It's in your package.
Yes. It's in the event package.
It's in the event package.
There we go.
That's right. Who's this guy? They just roll off 6, 7 guys off the bench. Who's this?
In the effort of full disclosure, number 12 is at the line for Western. They do not have a 12 on the roster.
Okay, fine. He's at least 6'5". And that's another guy 6'5" off the bench. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these aren't just stiffs. Like, these aren't 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" stiffs.
Right.
They're big, thick, athletic, long.
That is a lot of adjectives.
I know. It's all true, too.
Yeah. We try not to lie on these broadcasts,
No, never intentionally. We try to get all the facts. That's why we dig. That's why we prep. That's why we prepare. It's hard to prepare for 12 games in 2 days, but dang it, we tried. And we appreciate everybody who did their hard work to make this happen. We want to thank Delaney Higgins as well, our graphics creator.
I think it's so important for everyone who watches broadcasts. You hear the guys or women calling the game. There's so many other people working a lot harder behind the scenes to make it happen.
Yeah, we've got 14 of them tonight, and we couldn't do it without them. And we'll get to their names shortly.
Coming up on 1 minute to go as Detroit Western rounds out a win. Shoemate no good. Out of bounds off of Western. Make sure to stay tuned to our final game of the day. 5 out of 5, and it should be a good one. E-Course against Renaissance.
Yeah, Renaissance saw John White before the game. Good to talk to him, the Renaissance head coach, getting his club ready. Should be a great matchup. You mentioned E-Course, the state finalists last year in Division III?
State semis.
State semis.
Lost to Menominee.
Yeah, I mean, just an outstanding program. And they were getting at us on social, saying they should be in the top 10. E-Course has a lot of, they got a lot of followers now on the prep. We appreciate them being enthusiastic about the rankings.
Thompson got tripped. And honestly, all you want for late in a game like this is no silly stuff. No one gets hurt. Let's all go home happy and healthy.
Nobody move. Nobody move the wrong way. Nobody get hurt. Everybody get out of here clean and have a happy, healthy new year. There are other games going on around this great Metro Detroit area of ours. And we got some great updates already. We got word that we know Orchard Lake St. Mary's and DEPSA is about to get underway, North Farmington. And we'll have the rundown of scores after this one. Right now, Thompson to the stripe for more points.
Got them both. You can give Ronye Thompson 5. The thing that's most impressive about Western tonight, 56% shooting. They were just 4-12 from 3, but really efficient on their 2-point baskets. And just a resounding win for a team that's already played a lot of good teams. I think we'll be hearing something a little bit more about Detroit Western as this year rolls along.
I think they're a sleeper. I really do. I think they're a true sleeper. Can say that wholeheartedly in Division I and in the PSL.
Detroit Western does not have to shoot it again. I'd honestly be shocked if they do. Thompson eases up. There's your ball game. Detroit Western was down 17-11 in the first half, and then the tidal wave came. 4 different guys scoring double figures, and the Cowboys win 4 out of 5 games done. 1 more to go. E-Course against Renaissance. We'll have that one for you in a little bit. But for now, we say so long. Western beats Robichaud by 29. A little bit of everything for the Cowboys. And our second to last game of the day. 1 more to come. E-Course and Renaissance in about 20 minutes. But for now, for Chad, Alex, our crew, I've been saying thanks. We'll talk to you in a few.